Hello, friends. Welcome to the Yoga NoHo Center. I'm Jason Walters. We'll begin sitting up tall, chest lifted, shoulders onto the back, breathing deeply, fully in, fully out of the nose. On an inhale, circle the arms overhead, reach long. Exhale, release the hands to heart center. Again, inhale, circle the arms. Exhale, release. Last one, inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold, extending the hands forward. Reach long. Maybe swaying gently side to side. Start to walk the hands over to the right. Keeping the left sit bone rooted, reach long through the left arm. Deep, deep breathing. And now walking the hands over to the left, reaching long through the right arm. Walking the hands back to center, pressing yourself back up to seated. Extending the right arm out to the side, reach the left arm up and over. And over to the other side, extending the left arm, reaching the right arm up and over. Exhale, coming back up to center. Lengthen the spine. We'll take big rotations of the trunk. Keeping the spine long. Other direction. And coming back up to a neutral spine. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. On an exhale, turn to the left, rest the right hand on top of the left thigh, left hand at the base of the spine, turning, looking over the left shoulder, breathing deeply. Returning back to center and inhaling arms overhead. And as you exhale, we'll take the twist over to the right, left hand rest on top of the right thigh, right hand at the base of the spine, turning, looking over the right shoulder, breathing deeply. Exhale, releasing back to center. We'll come over to a tabletop position, hands and knees. And now tucking the toes, lifting up and back, downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet, straightening one leg at a time, bending one leg, straightening the other. Opening the backs of the legs, breathing deeply, releasing the tension out of the neck. Walking the feet forward to find the hands, coming into a forward fold, deep bend in the knees. Seeing if you can get the palms flat onto the mat, release the head and neck. Deep breaths, nodding the head yes and no, small circles. And rolling up to stand one vertebra at a time, taking your time, head coming up last. Inhale, circle the arms overhead, see the thumbs. Exhale, draw on the navel, hinge at the waist, lead with the chest, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway lift with the flat back, going with your own breath. Exhale, forward fold. This time the knees are straighter than before, and we clasp opposite elbows with the hands, swaying side to side. Gently, breathing deeply. Release your neck. And once again, rolling up one vertebra at a time, taking your time, head coming up last. On an inhale, circle the arms overhead, reach long. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And on your inhale, coming all the way up to stand, circle the arms overhead. And as you exhale, releasing the hands to heart center. Let's do one more like that. Inhaling up. And exhaling, fold. Inhaling up, halfway lift with a flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, coming all the way up to stand. Exhale, release. On an inhale, circle the arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Lower the back knee gently to the mat. And now, inhale, raise the arms overhead. Breathe deeply, open the chest, open the upper spine. On an exhale, lower the hands down to the floor, framing the foot, come off the back knee, step the left foot back to join the right. Inhale at the top of the plank, and as you exhale, move through Chaturanga Dandasana. On your inhale, peeling your chest off the floor into Cobra pose, and exhaling back to downward facing dog, tucking the toes, pressing up and back. And we'll take a couple breaths here. On an inhale, raise the right leg up and back. Press through the back heel. Raise the leg high. Hold that for a couple breaths. And on an exhale, step the right foot through next to the right thumb and lower the back knee down to the mat. Press into the left palm, raise the right arm up, see the fingertips. Breathe deeply. On an exhale, lower the right hand down to the mat. Come off of the back knee, step the left foot forward to join the right foot, and inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold in on your exhale. And on your inhale, coming all the way up to stand, circle the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step the left foot back. Lower the back knee. Press into the front foot, inhale, lift up, Anjaneyasana, reach long, open the chest, bend into the front knee. Breathe deeply. On an exhale, lower the hands down to the mat. Coming off the back knee, step the right foot back to join the left. Inhale at the top, and as you exhale, move through Chaturanga. Lower your body down to the floor. Inhale, peeling the chest off of the floor, cobra pose. And exhale, tucking the toes, pressing up and back, downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths here. On an inhale, raise the left leg up and back. Press through the back heel. Hold this for a couple breaths. Exhale, step it through next to the left thumb. Gently and carefully tap the back knee down to the mat. Press into the right palm and inhale, raise the left arm up. See the fingertips. And on an exhale, lower the left hand down to the mat, come off of the back knee, and step the right foot forward to join the left, inhaling into a halfway lift with a flat back. Folding on your exhale. And on an inhale, circling the arms, coming all the way up to stand. And as you exhale, lowering the hands to heart center. And we'll take 2 breaths here. And on your inhale, circling the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step the right foot back, this time staying off the back knee, ground into the feet. Press and lift, crescent lunge. Exhale, release the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, straighten the arms, pull the shoulder blades and elbows together, lengthen the spine. As you inhale and then exhale, fold forward, letting the hands fall away from the back. Just a couple breaths. Releasing the fingers, inhale, bring the arms back overhead. Exhale, lower the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back to join the right. Inhale at the top of the plank, and as you exhale, move through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling into Cobra or Upward Dog, tops of the feet are down. And exhaling back, Downward Facing Dog. We'll take 2 or 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, raise the right leg up and back, press through the heel. Exhale, step it through next to the right thumb. Press and lift, crescent lunge. On an exhale, lower the hands down to the mat, framing the foot, pressing into the left palm. Inhale, raise the right arm up. And on an exhale, lowering the hand back down to the floor, step the left foot forward to join the right, inhaling into a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, forward fold. And on an inhale, circling the arms, coming all the way up to stand. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, bend the knees, step the left foot back into a high lunge. Press into the front foot, ground and crescent. And on an exhale, release the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, straighten the arms, pull the shoulder blades and the elbows together. Inhale again, lift the spine, and as you exhale, slowly shift forward. Bring the hands away from the back. On an inhale, release the fingers and bring the arms back overhead. And exhale, lower the hands down to the mat, stepping the right foot back to join the left. Inhale in at the top, and as you exhale, move through Chaturanga Dandasana all the way down to the mat. Elbows graze the rib cage. Inhale, peel the chest off the floor, broad collarbones. As you exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, press up and back, downward facing dog. And we'll take a few breaths here. Next inhale, raise the left leg up and back, press through the back heel. Exhale, step it through next to the left thumb. Press into the feet, lift back up, lunge. And on an exhale, lower the hands down to the mat, press into the right palm, and raise the left arm up. See the fingertips. Exhale, lower the hand down to the floor. Step the right foot forward to join the left. Inhaling, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold in on your exhale. And inhale, coming all the way up to stand, circling the arms overhead. As you exhale, lower the hands to heart center. We'll take a couple breaths. Chair pose. On an inhale, sit back in your chair, raise the arms. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold over. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or hop back into a plank. Lower down as you breathe out, elbows graze the rib cage, lowering down slowly. On your inhale, peeling the chest off the floor, cobra or upward dog. And as you exhale, tucking the toes, pressing up and back, downward facing dog. Let's take a couple breaths here. On an inhale, raise the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the right knee behind the right hand, coming into pigeon prep. And then bring the right foot to the behind the left hand. And lower down. Keep the hips square, lower down to the mat. Right foot is flexed. On the hands, find the back bend, breathe deeply, extend that left arm or left leg back as far as you can. Couple breaths here and then moving down, maybe coming down to the forearms. Breathing into the hip. press yourself back up. Roll to the outside of the right leg and step the right foot back to join the left in downward facing dog. And we'll take a couple breaths there. On an inhale, raise the left leg up and back, press through the back heel. Exhale, step the left knee through behind the left hand, bring the left foot behind the right hand. Hips are square, extend the right leg straight back, sink into the posture. Find the back bend, breathe here a couple times. And on an exhale, lowering down. Use the hands to press yourself back up. Roll into the outside of the left leg, stepping the left foot back to join the right in downward facing dog. Couple breaths there. And now walking or hopping the feet forward to find the hands, inhaling halfway lift. Folding on your exhale. On your inhale, sit back into chair pose. Raise the arms overhead. And on an exhale, straighten the legs, lower the hands. We'll take a couple breaths here. On an inhale, circle the arms overhead, reach long. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant the hands, step or hop back into a plank. Lower down, elbows graze the rib cage. Tops of the feet down. Inhale, peeling your chest off the floor, and exhaling back, downward facing dog. Inhale, raising the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through next to the right thumb. Lower the back heel, and then open the arms out, warrior two. Bend into the front knee. Flipping the front palm, inhale, reverse warrior, reach long. Exhale, gently lower the right forearm on top of the right thigh, extend the left arm up and over. Inhale, reverse, raise the right arm. Straighten the right leg. Inhale, real deep. Exhale, Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Find a place for your hand, maybe the shin. Lengthen the spine, open the left arm up towards the ceiling. See the fingertips. Inhale, come all the way back up to stand. Arms still out like airplane wings. Pivot the right foot in a quarter turn. Release the hands to the hips. Bring the elbows together behind the back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, hinge at the waist, lead with the chest, forward fold. Releasing the hands down to the mat in line with the feet. Release the head and neck. Couple breaths here. Put a bend in the knees. Inhale, coming all the way up to stand. Arms coming back out like airplane wings. Pivot the right foot out a quarter turn. Bend into the knee, spin into the ball of the back foot. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat and move through Chaturanga Dandasana. All the way back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, raising the left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through next to the left thumb. Lower the back heel, then open the arms out, warrior two. Arms and hands active, focusing on the tip of the middle finger. Flipping the front palm, inhale, reverse the warrior, reach long. And on an exhale, shifting forward lightly, resting the left forearm on top of the left thigh, extend the right arm up and over. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, reverse, raise the left arm up. Straighten the left leg. Deep inhale. Exhale, reach the left arm forward. Find that place for your hand. Maybe the shin, maybe a block on the inside of the leg. Long spine. Inhale, raise the right arm up towards the ceiling. See the fingertips. Inhale, coming back up to stand, arms out like airplane wings. Pivot the left foot in now, a quarter turn. Release the hands down to the sides. Bring the elbows back behind the body. Open the chest. Inhale deep. Exhale, hinge at the waist. Lead with the chest, forward fold. Bring the hands back in line. Same thing, other side. Hands down to the mat. Release the top of your head down to the mat. Breathe deep. Put in a bend in the knees. Inhale, come all the way back up to stand. Arms come out like airplane wings. Pivoting the left foot out a quarter turn. Bending into the left knee. Spinning to the ball of the back foot. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. And move through Chaturanga Dandasana. All the way back to downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths here. On an exhale, gently lower the knees down to the mat, coming into a tabletop position. And we'll do a few rounds of cat-cow. The hands will be shoulder width apart, fingers wide like a starfish, knees hips width apart in line with the front of the hips. As you inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, open up, broad collarbones, look up. And as you exhale, rounding the spine like a turtle, tucking the chin, looking in towards the belly button, syncing the movement to your breath. One more round. And coming back up to a neutral spine. Extending the right arm forward like you're shaking somebody's hand. The neck is neutral. And now extending the left leg back, coming onto the toes. And lifting the foot off the floor, maybe about 6 inches. Tighten the core, draw the navel in. Keep it tight, a couple breaths. Exhale, return the knee, return the hand. And when you're ready, extending the left arm forward. And extending the right leg back, coming off of the toes. Deep breaths. Returning the knee, returning the hand. Now sitting back onto the heels. And then kicking the feet out from underneath, we'll come onto our backs, or onto our butts, I should say, seated. Pulling the heels in towards the body. Interlacing the fingers around the feet. Pull the heels in as close as you can comfortably. Lift the chest and we'll flutter the hips just a little bit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward. When you get to your maximum, tucking the chin, rounding the spine and the neck, breathing deeply here. Inhaling back up to seated. Extending the feet forward now, just about maybe 1.5 feet, creating a diamond shape with the legs. And we'll see if we can bring our arms underneath the legs, grasping the tops of the feet, pulling yourself forward and down. Now, if this is unavailable to you, simply coming over the top, just like we did in the previous posture, interlacing the fingers, and gently pulling yourself forward and down, breathing deeply. Inhaling back up to seated, this time extending the legs forward. Resting on the sit bones, feet are flexed. Draw in the navel. Inhale, lift the chest and extend the arms overhead. Keep a long spine, long back, long arms, and start to fold forward, reaching past the feet. Gently pulling yourself forward and down. Deep breaths, fully in, fully out. Releasing the feet, use the hands to press yourself back up to seated. And we'll make our way onto our back, setting up for a bridge pose. So lying on your back with the knees bent, feet and knees are hips width apart. And if you reach down with the fingertips barely just graze the backs of the heels. Lifting the hips off of the floor. Now lifting the hips even higher, and then open and expand the chest away from the stomach, squeezing the shoulder blades together, bringing the chin slightly away from the chest, breathing deeply here. Releasing the hands, exhale, release down to the mat. And now hugging the knees into the chest, roll in on the back, side to side, forward and backwards. Releasing the knees, extending the feet up towards the ceiling, finding a simple inversion, pressing through the heels, palms flat onto the mat. Breathing deeply here. Bending the knees, hugging them back into your chest. Then reaching for the outsides of the feet, finding a happy baby pose, gently pulling the knees down towards the mat as you lightly press the feet back into the hands. Releasing the feet, hug the knees back into the chest. And now tee the arms out to the sides, and keeping the knees high, start to lower the knees over to the right side. Stacking the hips and knees on top of each other. Pressing the left shoulder into the mat. Deep breathing. Slowly unwinding, bringing the knees back to center, hugging the knees into the chest, rolling on the low back. And now tee the arms out to the sides again, gently lowering the knees now over to the left, stacking the hips and the knees on top of each other, pressing the right shoulder into the mat. Slowly unwinding, bringing the knees back into the chest, hugging them tightly in, and then bringing the forehead close to the knees. Just for a breath or two. And on an exhale, slowly lower the head back down to the mat, extend the legs forward, letting the feet fall out to the side, coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana, palms facing the ceiling. And we'll take in one more deep breath for retention, inhaling. And hold. And big sigh out. Release and let everything go. Bringing the awareness back into your body. Taking in a deep breath. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Rolling the wrists and ankles. Extending the arms overhead for a final stretch. Bending the knees, rolling over to one side, and gently pressing yourself up to seated. Bringing our hands to heart center. Thank you again for joining us here at the Yoga Noho Center. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.